Good morning, my friends. Listen to me. There's one battle you need to win, and that's the battle within you. Too many people waste their lives watching others, comparing, gossiping, waiting for approval. They're stuck in a loop of distraction instead of action. And guess what? That's why they never grow. Your energy is your most valuable asset. Every second you spend worrying about someone else's life is a second stolen from building your own. You want success? You want freedom? Then you need to master one thing: focusing on yourself. You can't afford to waste time competing with other people. The real competition is between who you were yesterday and who you are today. Every single morning you have a choice: to stay the same or to evolve, to give in to distractions or to invest in yourself. You don't need validation. You don't need permission. The only thing you need is discipline. Discipline to shut out the noise, discipline to work when no one's watching, discipline to stop chasing their approval and start chasing your own potential. People will talk. People will doubt you, but their opinions don't build your future. Your actions do. So stop scrolling, stop watching, stop worrying. Get to work on you. The only person who can change your life is staring right back at you in the mirror. Make the decision today. Focus on yourself, not others. Because when you do that, when you lock in, when you commit to your own growth, success becomes inevitable. Your energy is your most valuable asset. Stop wasting it on others. Every single day you wake up with a limited amount of energy. Think of it like a battery. The way you spend that energy determines the results you get in life. The problem is most people don't even realize how much of that energy they are throwing away on things that don't serve them. They wake up and before they even take a breath for themselves, they're checking their phones, scrolling through social media, looking at other people's lives, comparing, criticizing, wondering why someone else is doing better, why they have more, why their life seems so perfect. And just like that, their energy is already being drained before they've done anything for themselves. You have to understand that. Whatever you give your attention to, you give your energy to. If you spend your time focusing on what others are doing, you are feeding their success, not yours. You are investing your energy into something that does absolutely nothing for your own growth. And when you waste your energy like that, you don't just lose time. You lose momentum, confidence, and clarity. You start feeling stuck, frustrated, like you're not moving forward. But the truth is you are moving forward, just in the wrong direction, towards someone else's life instead of your own. One of the biggest killers of success is distraction. And the biggest distraction in today's world is other people's lives. We are constantly being fed other people's wins, their highlight reels, their successes. It creates an illusion that everyone else is ahead, that you are somehow behind. But here's the truth. What you see is not reality. You don't see their struggles, their failures, their doubts. You only see what they choose to show you. And if you allow yourself to get caught up in that, you'll start believing a lie. You'll start believing that you're not good enough, that you're not making progress, that you're not where you should be. That kind of thinking is toxic. It keeps you stuck in a cycle of comparison where you're constantly measuring yourself against others instead of focusing on what you can control. And the more you compare, the more you drain your energy. You start feeling discouraged. You start doubting yourself. You start hesitating instead of taking action. And before you know it, you've wasted hours, days, even years of your life worrying about people who aren't even thinking about you. You have to take control of your focus. You have to get serious about where your energy is going. If you want to build something great, if you want to become the person you were meant to be, you need every ounce of energy directed toward your mission. That means cutting out the noise. That means eliminating the distractions. That means making a decision that you will no longer waste another second comparing yourself to others. The only way to create a powerful life is to be fully engaged in your own journey. That requires discipline. It requires awareness. It requires making the tough choice to say no to the things that don't serve you. And one of the hardest things to say no to is the temptation to watch others instead of working on yourself. It's easy to scroll. It's easy to judge. It's easy to wish you had what someone else has, but that doesn't move you forward. What moves you forward is action. What moves you forward is putting your head down and doing the work. You have to train yourself to focus. Every time you catch yourself drifting into comparison, into worrying about what someone else is doing, you have to pull yourself back. Ask yourself, how does this serve me? How does this help me grow? If it doesn't, let it go. Reclaim that energy and put it into something productive. Put it into learning, building, growing. Put it into developing your skills, sharpening your mind, strengthening your body. That is how you create results. The most successful people in the world don't waste time watching others. They don't get caught up in distractions. They don't let their energy get drained by meaningless comparisons. They are locked in. They are obsessed with their own progress. They understand that every second of focus they put into their goals compounds over time. And that's why they win. Your energy is your power. Guard it, protect it. Stop giving it away to things that don't move you forward. If you want to change your life, if you want to create something extraordinary, it starts with one decision: to stop wasting energy on others and start investing it in yourself. The real competition is between who you were yesterday and who you are today. Every single day, you are faced with a choice. You can wake up and repeat the same patterns, the same habits, the same mindset you had yesterday, or you can choose to evolve. You can choose to become better, stronger, smarter, and more disciplined. But most people don't make that choice consciously. They go through life reacting instead of creating. They move through their days on autopilot, repeating the same cycles over and over again, never stopping to ask themselves if they are growing, if they are improving, if they are becoming more than they were the day before. The reason people stay stuck is because they are measuring themselves against the wrong standard. They are looking at other people, comparing their progress, their success, their results. They are watching what someone else is doing and using that as a benchmark for their own life. But that is a losing game because no two people have the same path. No two people start from the same place with the same experiences, the same resources, or the same challenges. When you compete with others, you are playing a game that has no fair rules, and that game will drain your confidence, your energy, and your motivation. What you need to realize is that the only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. That is the real measure of success. Every single day you should be asking yourself one question: am I improving? Am I making progress? Am I learning something new? Am I pushing myself beyond my comfort zone? If the answer is yes, then you are winning. If the answer is no, then you have work to do. That is how you grow. That is how you create momentum. That is how you build an unstoppable mindset. The mistake most people make is thinking that small progress doesn't matter. They think that if they aren't making massive leaps, then they aren't really moving forward. But that is not how real growth happens. Growth is not about giant transformations that happen overnight. It is about small, consistent actions taken every single day. It is about waking up and choosing to do one thing better than you did yesterday. It is about pushing yourself just a little bit further than you did the day before. Because when you do that, when you commit to improving by just 1% every day, those small improvements compound over time. And before you know it, you are miles ahead of where you used to be. Most people never see real progress in their lives because they are looking for shortcuts. They are looking for instant results. They want to be great, but they don't want to go through the process of becoming great. They want to be successful, but they don't want to do the work that success requires. And when they don't see immediate results, they get discouraged. They start looking around, comparing themselves to others who seem to be ahead. And they convince themselves that they aren't good enough, that they aren't capable, that maybe success isn't meant for them. But the truth is, success isn't about being the best right now. It's about being better than you were yesterday. It's about showing up every single day and putting in the work, even when you don't see the results yet. It's about having the patience and the discipline to trust the process, knowing that every step forward, no matter how small, is getting you closer to where you want to be. The people who win in life are not the ones who are the most talented. They are not the ones who have the most resources or the best circumstances. They are the ones who refuse to quit. They are the ones who wake up every single day and commit to getting just a little bit better. They are the ones who understand that success is not about speed. It's about direction. It's about consistency. It's about self-mastery. You have to train yourself to think this way. You have to reprogram your mind to stop looking at what everyone else is doing and start focusing on your own progress. Every single morning when you wake up, you need to ask yourself, how can I be better today? How can I push myself just a little bit further? How can I grow, learn, improve? And then you need to take action on that, because that is the only way you will ever reach your full potential. Your competition is not the person next to you. It's not the person on social media. It's not the person who seems to be ahead. Your only competition is the person in the mirror. The only question that matters is whether you are growing, whether you are evolving, whether you are becoming the person you were meant to be. Because at the end of the day, that is the only thing you have control over. That is the only thing that truly matters. You don't need validation. Discipline is the key to success. Too many people go through life waiting for permission. They hesitate, they hold back, they stop themselves from going after what they want because they are waiting for someone to tell them it's okay. They seek approval from their friends, their family, their coworkers, society. They want someone to validate their dreams, their decisions, their goals. And because they never get that validation, they never take action. They stay stuck waiting for something that will never come. They don't realize that the only validation that matters is the one they give themselves. People who succeed in life are not the ones who are constantly looking around for approval. They are not the ones who need others to believe in them before they take action. They are the ones who make a decision and commit to it, no matter what anyone else thinks. They are the ones who understand that success is not about being liked, accepted, or praised. It's about doing the work. It's about showing up every single day and putting in the effort, even when no one is watching, even when no one cares, even when no one is cheering them on. Discipline is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't. It is the ability to keep going, to keep pushing, to keep working, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it, even when there's no immediate reward. Most people fail not because they aren't capable, but because they lack discipline. They only take action when they feel motivated, when they feel inspired, when it's convenient. But that's not how success works. If you only work when you feel like it, you will never get anywhere. The people who achieve greatness are the ones who do what needs to be done regardless of how they feel. The problem with seeking validation is that it puts your success in someone else's hands. It makes you dependent on external approval, which is something you can't control. And the moment you let other people dictate your actions, you lose power over your own life. You become a slave to their opinions, their judgments, their expectations. And the truth is, most people don't even know what's best for themselves, let alone what's best for you. If you wait for them to give you permission, you will be waiting forever. Discipline, on the other hand, puts the power back in your hands. It allows you to take control of your actions, your habits, your future. When you have discipline, you don't need motivation. You don't need inspiration. You don't need someone to tell you that you're doing a good job. You just do what needs to be done every single day, no excuses, and over time, that consistency compounds. The small, disciplined actions you take every day build up, and eventually they create massive results. People who succeed are not necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They are the ones who are willing to do the work. They are the ones who understand that success is not a feeling, it's a commitment. It's about making a decision and following through no matter what. And the only way to follow through is with discipline. When you rely on validation, you are constantly looking for reassurance. You are constantly questioning yourself, doubting yourself, hesitating. But when you rely on discipline, you don't need reassurance. You don't need confirmation that you're on the right path. You just do the work. You just take action. You just move forward, one step at a time. And the more disciplined you become, the less you care about what other people think. Their opinions become irrelevant because you are focused on your own mission. The truth is, most people will not understand your journey. They won't see your vision. They won't believe in your dreams. And that's okay. They don't have to. Your success is not dependent on their belief. Your success is dependent on your discipline. It's dependent on your ability to stay consistent, to keep working, to keep improving, even when no one is watching, even when no one is clapping for you. The most successful people in the world didn't get there because they were validated by others. They got there because they had the discipline to keep going, even when no one believed in them. They understood that the only thing that matters is action. Not approval, not opinions, not praise, just action. Every single day you have a choice. You can wait for validation, or you can develop discipline. You can seek approval, or you can take action. You can wait for someone to tell you that you're good enough, or you can decide for yourself. And the moment you make that decision, the moment you commit to discipline over validation, everything changes. Other people's opinions don't build your future, your actions do. Every single day, people hold themselves back because they are too worried about what others might think. They hesitate before making decisions, second-guess themselves, and delay their progress because they fear judgment, criticism, or rejection. They allow the opinions of others to dictate their choices, shaping their lives based on external validation instead of internal conviction. This is one of the biggest reasons people fail to reach their full potential. They let the voices of others overpower their own, drowning out their instincts, their ambition, and their purpose. The truth is, no matter what you do in life, people will have something to say. If you take risks, some will call you reckless. If you play it safe, others will say you lack ambition. If you work hard, some will say you try too much. If you relax, others will say you are lazy. The reality is you will never satisfy everyone. The opinions of others will always be there, shifting, changing, and often contradicting. And if you spend your life trying to gain approval, you will waste precious time chasing something that is impossible to achieve. The people who criticize you are not the ones living your life. They are not the ones putting in the work, making the sacrifices, or dealing with the challenges that come with growth. Their words cost them nothing, but if you let them control you, they will cost you everything. They will cost you your dreams, your confidence, your freedom. And for what? For a fleeting sense of approval that will never truly fulfill you. Your future is built on action, not opinions. The results you get in life come from what you do, not from what people say. You can listen to 100 different opinions, but if you never take action, nothing will change. You can debate, overthink, and analyze, but at the end of the day, your progress will always be determined by what you actually do. The people who achieve success are the ones who understand this. They don't waste time seeking validation. They don't let the doubts of others become their own doubts. They focus on action. Taking action means making decisions based on your own vision, your own values, and your own goals. It means trusting yourself even when others don't. It means being willing to fail, to make mistakes, to learn and adapt, rather than staying stuck because of fear. Most people let fear of judgment stop them before they even start. They let the possibility of criticism keep them from even trying. But what they don't realize is that the people who judge them are often the ones who have done the least. Those who criticize from the sidelines are usually the ones who have never taken risks themselves. They sit back, watching, commenting, but never stepping into the arena. You cannot let people who are too afraid to chase their own dreams talk you out of chasing yours. You cannot allow those who have settled for mediocrity to convince you to do the same. If you want an extraordinary life, you have to be willing to ignore the noise and take action despite the doubts, despite the criticism, despite the uncertainty. The most successful people in the world have all been doubted, criticized, and judged. But what separates them from everyone else is that they didn't let that stop them. They took action anyway. The moment you stop caring about opinions and start focusing on action, your entire life changes. You stop hesitating. You stop waiting for the right moment, for approval, for reassurance. You just start moving. You take the first step and then the next and then the next. And with every step you build confidence. With every step you gain momentum. The more you act, the less you care about what anyone else thinks because you start seeing results. You start proving to yourself that you are capable, that you are strong, that you don't need permission to create the life you want. Most people never reach their potential because they let temporary opinions create permanent limitations. They let the fear of what someone might say hold them back for years, even decades. They never start the business, never pursue the passion, never take the leap. All because of a few words from people who will never walk in their shoes. But when you choose action over opinions, you free yourself. You take control. You become the author of your own story instead of letting others write it for you. No one else is responsible for your future. No one else will do the work for you. No one else will live with the consequences of your inaction. Only you will. The opinions of others will fade, but the results of your actions will last. The choice is simple. Focus on what others think and stay stuck. Focus on taking action and build the future you deserve. The more you focus on yourself, the stronger you become. Most people spend their lives consumed by external distractions. They pay too much attention to what others are doing, what others are saying, and what others think. They scroll endlessly, watching someone else's life unfold instead of building their own. They compare their progress, their success, and their happiness to what they see online, constantly measuring themselves against the false reality. And because of this, they never fully step into their own power. They never develop the discipline, the focus, and the mindset needed to create the life they truly want. Strength comes from within. It is not something that can be borrowed, inherited, or given to you by someone else. It is something you build, something you earn, something you develop through the daily choices you make. The stronger you become, the less you need validation, the less you need approval, the less you need external motivation. You no longer rely on the opinions of others to determine your worth. You no longer let distractions pull you away from your path. You become laser focused on your own journey, your own growth, your own evolution. When you focus on yourself, you gain clarity. You start to see what truly matters, what is truly important, and what is simply noise. You stop wasting time on things that do not serve you, on relationships that drain you, on habits that keep you stuck. You start making decisions that align with your goals, your values, and your vision for the future. You begin to move differently, think differently, and operate at a higher level. And when you do this, everything starts to change. Most people never experience this level of transformation because they're too distracted by the outside world. They care too much about what everyone else is doing. They chase trends. They follow crowds. They try to fit in instead of standing out. But true success does not come from blending in. It comes from becoming the best version of yourself. And the only way to do that is to shift your focus inward. There will always be distractions. There will always be noise. There will always be people trying to pull you in 100 different directions. But the stronger you become, the less those distractions affect you. You stop reacting to everything around you. You stop wasting energy on things that don't matter. You start channeling all of your focus, all of your effort, and all of your energy into your own growth. And when you do that, your results become undeniable. Focusing on yourself is not selfish. It is necessary. If you do not take care of yourself, if you do not invest in your own growth, if you do not prioritize your own success, you will never have the strength to help others, to lead, to inspire, to make an impact. The people who change the world are the ones who first change themselves. They develop the discipline, the mindset, and the habits that allow them to rise above mediocrity. They push themselves, challenge themselves, and demand more from themselves every single day. When you focus on yourself, you begin to understand your own potential. You start to see what you are truly capable of. You stop underestimating yourself, you stop doubting yourself, and you stop holding yourself back. You realize that the only limits that exist are the ones you place on yourself. And once you break those limits, once you step into your true power, nothing can stop you. Most people never reach this level because they never take the time to truly work on themselves. They are too caught up in the lives of others and the expectations of others and the judgments of others. They spend more time watching than doing, more time talking than acting, more time comparing than improving. But the moment you make the decision to shift your focus, the moment you commit to your own growth, everything changes. You start to build momentum. You start to develop unshakable confidence. You start to feel a level of strength, of power, of certainty that you have never felt before. The stronger you become, the less you tolerate anything that weakens you. You stop wasting time on negativity, on toxic relationships, on things that drain your energy. You stop seeking approval. You stop explaining yourself. You stop justifying your decisions. You move with purpose, with clarity, with confidence. And when you do that, you start to attract opportunities, success, and the right people into your life. Most people think success is about luck, about talent, about circumstances. But in reality, success is about focus. It is about the ability to block out the noise, to eliminate distractions, and to commit fully to your own journey. The people who succeed are not necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They are the ones who have the discipline to focus. They are the ones who are willing to put in the work, to stay consistent, to keep pushing forward no matter what. The more you focus on yourself, the stronger you become. And the stronger you become, the more unstoppable you are.